Hello, hello, and welcome back as I strut around the ring in a tiny bikini, round card held above my head in XCOM, The Long War. And according to the card, it's round 7, as the aliens continue to work the body in this protracted fight of ours. They're throwing UFO after UFO into the fray in the hopes of just wearing me down, I think. The alien strategy of late seems to be just keep tossing body shots in the hope that eventually I'll drop my guard to protect my defenseless liver and to let a few of my best troopers off the chain, giving the aliens a chance to score a knockout win like Floyd Mayweather in a nightclub brawl with his girlfriend. We do of course have a base defense coming in, and I'm keeping my top 10 troopers back to defend that base. And the aliens' little strategy here is not going to work, because I didn't spend several months and a few $1 billion bringing a manual steward back from the dead not to train with the manual steward, and I have been training. Hard. Seriously, I jumped over a rope a couple times, I threw a punch at a package of ground beef I had in the freezer. Hell, I even chased a chicken around the supermarket. I mean, sure, the chicken was dead, and arguably I wasn't chasing it so much as pushing it in a cart, but I still think that counts. I think Burgess Meredith would give me credit for the chicken catch on that one. And thanks to all that training, I'm not going to fall for the aliens' little gambit here. It doesn't matter how short-handed I get. My top 10 troopers are staying put for this base defense. They're not going to draw me out. If I have to, I'll send rookies out equipped with nothing but a live grenade in each hand and orders to just run at the enemy headlong. I'll do it. Don't think I won't do it, because I will do it. Aliens are running out of time on this one. We're coming down to the crunch. It's, what, March 14th here? The base defense has to happen in March, and those top 10 troopers aren't going anywhere until it's done. So let's head up to mission control here, get the scanning, and see if the aliens won't come out of their shell and maybe throw a few actual punches and go for the knockout, or whether they're just going to keep grinding out and try to take a win by decision.
Transfer complete.
You know, I'd like to point out too, boxing match that goes to a decision, boxing, UFC, whatnot, any kind of blood sport really. A decision, that's not what anybody paid to see. The only winner in a decision is nobody, because the crowd didn't pay to see a decision. They paid to see one person stand victorious above another, fists held in the air, while their opponent lies on the ground, foot twitching, while their brain tries to figure out whether or not it's still inside their head or not. That's what we came to see. That's what we paid to see. 12-round decision. Nobody wants to watch that shit. We don't want somebody who was only vaguely aware of the situation, which, based on some of the decisions I've seen in boxing over the course of my life, I'm not sure the guys that actually judge a fight are even technically paying attention, oftentimes. Anyway. Blood sport, it needs the blood. Otherwise, it's just sport, and then we may as well all be watching fucking PGA golf. Alright, so we didn't send up Cowboy Upham, and I'm sort of regretting it, because the more of these UFOs I can splash, the better, so thanks. I think that was Slapshot, you fucking jerk. We need these guys to explode, not have to generate more missions, god damn it. I'm really quite salty about that. We really need some bounty kills in the air, and I should have sent my best pilot. My better pilot would have had a better chance of doing more damage with the higher criticals. He would have been more likely to generate the splash. Arguably, that's a mistake, and it's definitively my fault because I made the decision. So, Deadeye, Loco, Jane, Eleanor, Mata Good Time, Hari, maybe Teddy, possibly the bench. None of these guys can go on this mission. None of them. Well, Teddy and the bench, actually, if we got Eleanor and Steve, we could probably spare Teddy and the bench, or alternatively, maybe St. Joan could go on this. But we need a scout. We need a sniper. Do we even have a sniper? We're definitely not sending either of our other two snipers. Neither Helen Deadeye Keller nor Peter Van Dorn are going on this mission. It's just not going to happen. We got the broadside. Do we have an officer who can lead this garbage water? You know what? Let's just send Thomas Edison. There are two advantages to having Thomas Edison be our officer on this one. One, we're not going to need him on the base defense. We've got Virginia the Big Bad Wolf and other more talented, more capable, frankly, troopers than Thomas Avarice Edison to take care of that shit. And two, Edison will potentially, it's not really very likely, but it's not out of the question, that Edison might get a level here. So we're going to go with a little bit of alloy cannon, a battle scanner. Nothing fancy here for Edison. I think a chameleon suit will do him. And, I don't know, maybe a motion tracker, arc thrower, maybe? You know what? Yeah, Edison's pretty quick. Let's just go ahead and give him an arc thrower. Titan armor, alloy cannon, battle scanner, chameleon suit, arc thrower. That's got Edison sorted. We will pick up a sniper of some variety. What's our engagement zone look like here? Plains, sparse vegetation. I love the plains map. But on the, the plains map, a sniper is going to be useful. So we could take old William Tiger Blake, who's close to a level but only a corporal. Alternatively, we could send George Broadside Custer, who is a tech sergeant. I think the Broadside's getting the call here. So let's get him suited up, a little bit of Kestrel armor, and nothing fancy for our kit for George Broadside Custer. The Broadside is going with the broadest of sides. Do I want to give him the Illuminator gun sight? Does he need it? Yeah, he kind of does, actually. Custer's aim is shitty. This is a man who shot his own horse in the back of the head. I just can't trust him. And he's been better lately. I will give George Custer credit for improvement. I mean, he's gone from a needs improvement rating up to that satisfactory. But he's still not good. He needs all the help he can get. And some of his early missions, I just can't trust him. Based on his performances early, he's always got a permanent area of doubt in my mind. Alright, so we've got a leader, we've got a sniper, we could definitely use a medic. Hey, are the Bobbsey twins available? Why is one of the Bobbseys always, like, later than the other? I can never send the Bobbsey twins out when I want to because one of them is always sleepy. Tisiphone needs 4 fucking hours. So I can't get Team Bobbsey twins for this one because Tisiphone needs the rest of her beauty sleep. She wants all 12 hours of her nap. We're not sending Elvis, I'm not sending Jesus. Elvis is going to be on our base defense. Jesus is just a necessary level of commitment, I think, for a small UFO. Alright, sweetheart. Grab your gear, gal, and get ready. You're going out on a mission. I don't know why I did the, like, 1920s gangster voice there. It just sort of felt appropriate if I was going to be dismissive and call a woman sweetheart for no reason at all. It does really seem like the appropriate tone of voice. Motion tracker, med kit, you are not psychically active, so as much as I'd like to give you a shadow device, I just can't do it. Chem grenade holds no real benefits for you. You know what would be useful for you, Shirley Temple? I'm gonna give you a fucking scope, so that maybe, just maybe, you can hit something. That's got Shirley Temple sorted. What else can we do here? So we've got scout, we got sniper, we got medic. We need a gunner for damn sure. We're gonna need a pretty good one. Not a good time, Hari, Jane Sporty Austin are simply just, I mean, they're not even an option. They're completely off the table. We got the Baker, we got Shock Attack Zulu. You know, we have Thomas All Seasons More, and Sir Thomas More, he's coming along. I can't say he's good, because historically he's been at best hit or miss, which I suppose is appropriate, because he shoots guns at things, but no. He's been uneven. Sometimes he's rock solid, sometimes he's a little iffy. We're going to go with the Neural Gun Link here, the Cognitive Enhancer for St. Thomas, just to give him a little bonus EXP. He's getting pretty close to the Psychic EXP level we need him at. And, yeah, the Neuroregulator, we could do. You know what? Yeah, actually, it's no could do. I think we should. Yeah, I'm going to go with Neuroregulator. So we've got all of the shit on him. Neural Gun Link, Cognitive Enhancer, Neuroregulator. That's got St. Thomas locked, loaded, and ready to go. 4 slots to go. We have our gunner, we have our sniper, assault troopers. Wouldn't mind having a pair of those. Assault troopers, we really have a lot of really high level assaults, and that's sort of the problem is we have a lot of really high level assaults and almost no low level assaults. Steve, Loco, Irwin, Elnor, Wolverine, Roosevelt, simply unavailable. So we're gonna have to go with the French maid here, Saint Joan, who is maximum rank, I'd like to point out, and that makes me a little hesitant to send Saint Joni here on a mission, but she's going to have to get the job done for us. We are going to take an arc thrower. Alloy cannon is what I'm looking for. Let's go with just shredder ammo, breaching ammo, and we will give her the old arc. Captures. There are tangible benefits to trying for the throw here. That puts St. John's speed at 15, which is pretty respectable, especially given the amount of gear she's carrying. Now we're in a not good place. Now we're in an uncomfortable zone. Like, you know, when your boss comes up and gently squeezes your shoulder and it's just a little weird. That's the kind of area we're getting into. Because we can either take the Great One, who is not a fantastic assault trooper, but who is at least an adequate assault trooper, or we could saddle ourselves with one of these pieces of human garbage like Oishi Yoshio or Ein Calamity Rand, and we could try and fucking drag them by main force to the point where maybe, just maybe, they're worth a shit. And you know what? That's a terrible idea. Fuck all of you guys. And you heard me right. Fuck all of you. You know who I'm taking? I'm taking Winston by the Court Churchill. A man who will drink a quart of whiskey for breakfast and not fucking bat an eye about it, and then go give a fantastic speech about blood, guts, toil, and tears. Churchill knows his shit. We're gonna give Churchill shredder ammo, breaching ammo, and a motion tracker. He doesn't have the double shot ability, but it's not out of the question he might garner at this level. Go get him, Winston. So what are we missing then? Scout, sniper, medic, gunner, assault. We need an engineer, and then we've got a sort of commander's choice moment. Engineer is not debatable. Marie Radium Curie is probably going to be, and when I say probably, I mean definitively, going to be our engineer of choice for our base defense. Which means that we've got Tomoe Gozen, Isaac Apple Newton. You know, Sir Isaac Newton's pretty good. He's good enough for a small UFO at least. We can get Isaac Newton in on this shit. I think Ajax armor here for Isaac. We're giving him a little plasma carbine. He's got a pair of alien grenades. We don't have a shadow device yet, do we? Somebody is going to have to be toting a shadow device. Isaac can't do it because he's not psychically active. I think we'll give Isaac 2 alien grenades and 1 chemical grenade, and that's got him sorted. And then our commander's choice slot, it's got to go to somebody who is psychically active. Or we could give it to St. Thomas More. That would be our other option. It would be to give it to give a shadow device to St. Thompson. Elizabeth Tudor. We could go with double engineers. Elizabeth Tudor. Alternatively, we could swap Elizabeth Tudor for Sir Isaac. Her grenades are going to be pretty... Oh, you know what? We haven't had Annette on a fucking mission in forever. Annette, why don't you come and annoy me? There's an idea. There's a reason I haven't been bringing Annette on very many missions. I fucking hate her. She's real irritating, but the one thing she can do, in addition to being irritating, and let me tell you, she's got that shit on lockdown, but the one thing she can do other than irritate the holy screaming fuck out of me, she can carry a shadow device. So let's get that loaded that way. We have an extra plasma carbine. We should probably give it to somebody. I guess we'll give it to Shirley Temple. I mean, we might as well give it to the sweetheart. All right, sweetie. Grab that plasma carbine. And I hate saying... I don't even like saying that. When I say sweetie, it sounds so dismissive and fucking diminuish. It's such a diminution to call a girl baby or honey or sweetie. I just... Unless they're literally your sweetheart, you should probably not ever call a woman sweetheart. And maybe not even if they are literally your sweetheart. It still seems like it might get you punched right in the dick. What's our commander's choice slot here? I'm leaning towards Lady Di. Lady Di. Or Steve Lawsuit Jobs would probably be a better candidate. We've got the mustache. Edgar Allan Poe, I think, is currently weary. But the mustache is for our base defense. That's a mortal lock. You know what? Let's go with Steve Lawsuit Jobs here. I think we may need a reasonably powerful team here. We've had a lot of bad experiences in small UFOs lately where the level of aggression coming out of that UFO has been completely unrelated to the size of the UFO. They say it ain't the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in a dog, and the aliens are kind of proving that. I mean, sectoids are tiny, but they'll put up a fucking fight. They'll kick you and scream at you. They'll crawl you. I'd say they bite and scratch, but I don't think they have fingernails or teeth, so they can't really bite or scratch. But they'll crawl you, man. They'll crawl you. They're little, but tenacious.
Strike one. Prepare.
Personally, I'd rather fight little and tenacious than big and fucking mean and strong. I mean, that's just me. A little guy who's tenacious, you can just get him down and sit on him, and all his tenacity is just hampered by the fact that you're overwhelmingly bulky and just weighing him down. The guy who's big and strong, you know, he may not be the most aggressive fucker, but he lands one good punch and you're gonna be sucking dirt. Operation Demon's Breath. Seems like there should be a possessive there. It's Demon Breath, but I think Demon's Breath would be way more intimidating. Also probably way more pungent because, you know, living in hell and amongst the fire, sulfur, and shit of an eternity of damnation, I can't imagine there's a lot of opportunity for a little dental hygiene in hell. Probably not a lot of opportunity to brush your teeth when you're busy jamming pitchforks in people's asses all day. Unless you're brushing your teeth with a pitchfork, and if you're brushing your teeth with a pitchfork that's been up somebody's ass, you might want to, you know, reconsider. So I did bring motion trackers, did I not? Yeah, surely Sweet Hot Temple has one. So let's trigger our motion tracker. It is blank.
Position confirmed.
We'll send Shirley Temple out on a little preliminary scout, and I don't see anything. Where did we come in on the map at, by the way? I mean, we're clearly on a map edge here, but which edge? Okay, so we're over by a corner. I'm a little discombobulated here. I hate the plains map because it's one of these ones with the drastic elevation changes over short periods like this. It dicks up the pathing, but most importantly, it dicks up your line of sight opportunities. My guess is Probably the ship is going to be over in that direction. But we're just going to stay together. So everybody advance, best available speed. We've got the all clear here from the sweetheart. She says no aliens in the vicinity, so we can afford to sort of advance here at flank speed. St. Thomas,
Okay,
you up there. Durand. Gonna say something to irritate the holy fuck out of me, I'm sure. Yeah, she's real gung-ho. We all get it, Durand. I mean, this is like your, I don't know, third or fourth mission, maybe? The whole, I'm super gung-ho, I really, really want to kill aliens, sir. Best of the best of the best, yes. It's getting real old. Alright, so we got, we definitively have a mechtoid sound. I heard a mechtoid. And on the last several small UFOs we've done that have included mechtoids, it's been the irritating as shit mechtoid leviathans that I absolutely can't stand. Pot of something over there. Alright, how close can we get and what kind of potential firing positions can we occupy? We're going to try and not pop them this turn, merely set up for more devastating damage on subsequent turns. I think St. Thomas to here. This should be safe and put him in range. Hunkering into bunker there. You know, probably Joan. Let's get you... I'd love to get you there, but I'm afraid we might have line of sight to the pod, and I do not want that. So we're going to bring St. Joan on the end around, kind of keep her back a little further. In reserve. Mr. Churchill, I need you to go forth and do battle with the foes of this great nation. Also, why can't you stand there? It's just a dash. Well, I don't really care about you dashing. Edison. Actually, Custer, I need you. Well, I mean, I need you, like, right here, but you can't stand there, so... Instead, I guess we'll put you here and have you steady your weapon. George Custer, remarkably slow. You know what? I could have gotten him up there. What I could have done is just had him throw his grappling hook. Steve, let's get you up here.
Double time.
Edison, you're probably going to trigger the pod either with your own body or a battle scanner, so let's just have you stand right here. And Danette, in the event, you've got to be shitting me. God damn you, Edison, you fucking worthless piece of shit. Yeah, you're going to need the flanks covered because we're all the way completely fucked now.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Unbelievable. Well, here goes our shadow device. Brilliant work there, Edison, by the way. Fantastic job. Real proud of you. You did us all a real good job. Please tell me that I'm going to be real salty if you can see the enemy. Just to let you know. Real salty. This, you should not be able to see the enemy. Maybe, oh. He can totally see him. So lucky. A flank shot there. That, okay, it's not going to happen twice. Okay. Or it could happen twice. I hate you, Thomas Edison, by the way. So we're in a terrible spot. Just a straight up, god-awful, miserable position now. And it's all thanks to Thomas, the piece of shit, Avarice Edison. On the plus side, General George Broadside Custer has a pretty good shot. Several pretty good shots, actually. We do have an enemy unit on Overwatch, and you know what, fucking Edison? This time, you gotta go undo some of your own fuck up here. Get your ass up there and go take that lightning reflexes shot, you piece of garbage. This is why I don't trust you anymore, Edison. I mean, it's not just because you're an unscrupulous piece of shit businessman who ruined the lives of a lot of folks that sort of you had under your power or influence at one point in time. I'm considering a flush shot, but I think we're better off to just take the damage in the hollow target. Which we didn't get the damage, so, you know, we would have been better off definitely to have taken the damage, but well, that's not an option now, is it? Alright, so let's have Annette Durand toss a grenade up here and get rid of some cover. I'm actually going to center this on that floater. That heavy floater is dangerous. All of these guys are dangerous, actually. But if we can eliminate their cover, give them a little worse opportunities, we'll be good shape going forward. Custer, we'll come back to you. Where's Sir Thomas? Thomas, thank you. St. Tom, you have double 39s, huh? Why is Thomas Moore's chance to hit so terrible suddenly? Low cover, minus 30. Okay, well, why for this guy? I mean, it was way better literally seconds ago. Was it not? Custer? Well, no, Custer's still fantastic already. I am confused. Steve Lawsuit Jobs has pretty terrible shots as well. So apart from Custer, nobody can hit a goddamn thing. Churchill we could send up on the run and gun. A pretty strong case to be made for doing that, actually. Alright, I have a plan. It is, again, like most of my plans, not a good plan, but it is still a plan. So Winston Churchill's going in on the run and gun. And he's going to shoot this man in the back, and this should kill him. There we go. Right, so one muton has been eliminated. Fantastic. St. Joan, we could get you up there with a run and gun shot, too. I'm not sure why you can't stand in that particular square, but all things considered, it may not really be relevant. Sir Thomas, Shirley Temple, what's your shot? It's bad. Okay. It's bad. Shirley, it's bad. It's bad. Let's start things off with old Lawsuit Jobs here. We need to get at least one hit. Okay, well, that's exactly what we need. I was going to say we needed to get at least one hit on that muton piece of garbage. And we did get it. You know what, Steve? Double it up. Alright, well, I was hoping, but... Double 44s here for St. Thomas More. He's got one hit. Can he go 2 for 2? St. Thomas was never going to buck the odds quite that furiously. That's okay, though. St. Joan can come finish this off. I like our chances. I still think we're in an okay position. Worst case scenario. What we do, worst case, St. Joan is up here with the close encounter shot ready for this piece of garbage if he moves. First off, she's getting murdered. Just this guy's getting erased. He's all the way done. Now, we've got St. Joan there on the close encounter shot, but I would like to capture this Muton Elite, if at all possible. And we've got a non-zero chance of making that happen. The way we're going to do it, we're going to take a disabling shot, try and crack out his weapon. There we go. Alright, so now we are sitting pretty. If he moves, he's going to get cracked by St. Joan. She's going to whack the shit out of him. He's going to move, though, because he's flanked. And my guess is he'll try and fall back because he can't really throw a grenade. He may hunker down. Nope, alright, well, he's going to kill himself. Okay. There you go. We knew he was flanked and the movement was likely. That was our emergency backup plan for in the event things went horrifically wrong. We knew we could always count on St. Joan to be there with the murder stick that we needed. And St. Joan's murder stick is mighty. Don't think it's not. She's got a furious stick for murder. She's a big hard-on for murder.
Roger that.
Not what you would expect from somebody who's, you know, like I'm a warrior for God type. It's, you wouldn't really expect her to have quite such a furious murder boner, but I assure you, her murder boner, yeah, it's big, it's turgid, it's filled with blood, and she's unashamed of it.
I'm rolling.
Me, my murder boners, I usually get kind of ashamed of. It's not a healthy impulse to be sexually aroused by the thought of killing another sentient being, but, well, Dr. Valen makes it work, so maybe there's something to be said for it.
Yes, sir.
Maybe I just need a better motivation.
Copy that.
Embrace it. Maybe I should embrace my murder boner.
Reloaded.
I mean, I embrace my murder boner on a regular basis, because, you know, embracing my murder boners, sure, I mean, it's shameful, but still pleasurable. I'm not a healthy person. That's the long and short of it. I'm gonna stop talking about murder boners now, because I've gotten into a whole weird area. St. John's gonna reload. Thomas, the piece of scumbag shit Edison, is gonna reload. And yes, I called you a piece of scumbag shit, Edison, and I meant every word of it. My guess is inside this craft we're going to have 2 outsiders, and it's not going to matter at all, because here comes our Muton pod. Are you a Leviathan? Based on the amount of health you have, I would say that no, you are not a Leviathan. We're still in a spot of trouble here, because this guy is problematic. So St. Thomas More is going to be able to, well, never mind, I was going to say he's going to be able to rip him up real good, but that's actually not the case. You can't really rip him up that well. Who else can get over to contribute? All right, well, Custer, you can't see him. I'd really love to know what is blocking line of sight to this guy. I have to assume it's the ramp of safety, because fuck, it's always a ramp of safety. We're in a bad spot here. Where is Annette Durand? Durand, where are you? All right, why can you not panic? Because you can't see him and he's on Overwatch. Fantastic. So my goal then is going to be probably to try and have Annette panic that mechtoid. That did not draw Overwatch, huh? At no point did he have line of sight to you anywhere along that run, Edison? At no point anywhere, huh? Huh? I wonder if flush shot will work on this guy. Platform stability, size shield. He doesn't have reactive sensors. Will flush shot actually work? We need him to move quite badly. I'm gonna go ahead and take a flush shot. It did make him move. Unfortunately, it made him move the wrong fucking direction. And now Durand probably still won't be able to see him. Fan-friggin-tastic. This is brilliant, everyone. You're doing a bang-up job. Ah, I'm real glad, guys. Real glad I brought you along on this mission. He is somehow still on Overwatch despite the fact that I just made him move. Yeah, I'm not at all salty about that because that's not ridiculously stupid. It's beyond absurd. And I can't see this drone, huh? No, sure, that's reasonable. I wouldn't have expected to be able to see that drone despite the fact that it's hovering inches above my fucking head. Oh, okay. So the salt levels are getting very exciting. On the plus side here, General George Broadside Custer does have a shot now. A 14 damage critical. General George has made me considerably less salty than I was mere moments before. Well done, sir. Well done. Steve, Lawsuit Jobs, are you just standing out in the open like an asshole? You are. Well, you're gonna have to move, and then we'll have you take a shot at this drone. If you could kill the drone, that would be enormously useful. Thank you. I appreciate your contributions to the XCOM project. Well, we're gonna have Durand come up here. Can she see it now? Okay, good. She only has a 47% chance of success, though, which is shamefully bad. Squad sight, and suddenly Thomas More can't see it. This makes perfect sense. The line of sight in this game makes me so fucking salty. It's so non-intuitive. It makes no sense whatsoever at all. None. We flush shot him specifically so that we could just panic him. There we go. All right, problem solved. He's panicked. You know what? He's panicked, and I'm still all of the salt.
Moving to position.
All of it. I'm still all. Fantastically done, Tommy. Well played, sir. That was brilliant. Get yourself fucking flanked and ruined. That's exactly what we needed, was to pop that last pod. I was thinking, what could we possibly do to make our situation worse? And then Thomas is like, well, I could run up here and pop this second pod. I mean, that would definitely be worse. We have not anything good happening here. We're really in a bit of a pickle. We could try to flank that guy with Shirley Temple, and yes, I am considering trying to engage a flank action with my medic because it's about the best thing I can do. We're gonna put her on Overwatch. We're right in the middle of a shit sandwich here. I mean, right square in the pulpy, meaty, corn-filled chunklet middle. I'm real unhappy right now. At least we got the panic, which is good because it may be the last panic Annette Durand ever gets off after this outsider goes and shoots her in the back, which is gonna happen. If you could panic and hunker down, of course not. And neural feedback is going to disable that guy's shit. So he threw a psi panic at us, took 2 damage, and all of his other psychic abilities have been put on cooldown. That guy better not do shit because he's panicked. The fuck? That guy... Okay, we panicked that unit. How did it get unpanicked? Nobody used psi inspiration on it. Edison panicked. Fantastic. So Edison just falls victim straight up to a panic. Now I'm calling straight up horse shit on this. If you want to shoot Shirley Temple, you can shoot her in the head all day. I honestly don't care. If you want to shoot Shirley Temple in the head, that guy took a shot and also went on Overwatch and has opportunists. So he's basically an infantry trooper. That's brilliant. I'm very... Have I mentioned that I'm salty? Because I'm real salty. I'm very salty at the moment. At least St. Thomas More killed the mechtoid who, I'd like to point out, should have fucking been panicked that entire time, but for whatever reason still got his bullshit shots off. We have gotten so unspeakably lucky on this mission. I mean, way luckier than we had any right to even hope of being. This guy is a very serious problem. Is there anything we can do to take him out of Overwatch? We could try a disabling shot that's probably not going to hit. Could we enhance the chances of his disabling shot any? Not really. We could move Shirley Temple around to flank. It's not the worst idea we've ever had. We do have one lightning reflexes unit. It's going to have to be St. Joan because fucking Edison is over there being a panicky asshole. This is the second time, I'd like to point out, too, that Edison has fucked us by panicking. This is why I can't trust the man to be on missions anymore. He's untrustworthy. He can't be trusted. He's unreliable. Fortunately, we did bring Master Sergeant St. Joan d'Arc, Warrior of God, with her massive murder boner. And hey, you can have a lady boner too. Just because she's a lady doesn't mean she can't have a boner for murder. Lady boners are a thing. Lady boners happen. So do 11 damage criticals right in the side of your big stupid face. And Shirley Temple is going to come up to close it out with the flank shot here. Alright, sweetheart, give him a little of the what for. She gave him the what for. 12 damage critical from little Shirley Temple. Churchill has a run and gun available, so we could probably do some, if not good, at least reasonable work with that. We do have a sectoid over there who's posing at least a small inkling of a problem. Custer, you could probably kill that man. Let's hold off on Custer and see what else we can make happen here. Churchill, if we run you up here and have you shoot this man in the side of the face, you'll be flanked and it'll be not good. But what we could otherwise do, we could have you run and gun, come over here, take a flank shot, kill one of them, and then the other one will move and possibly die to your close encounters ability. It's not a guarantee, but it is a possibility. We're going to shoot this guy who's linked up. If he dies, he may damage his friend with the overflow. 13 damage critical there. We didn't get the overflow, which kind of sucks, but... Jobs, do you think you can give me one shot at this guy here? Can you give me just like a little poke at him? It'd be fine. Just kind of flick jab at him. He's flicking a jab. Oh, he actually hit. It wasn't a flick of jab. That was a good, strong right hand. All right. We may be able to rally this up. Hey, Durand, you're lucky to fucking be alive right now, my dear. You need to really slow your whole gung-ho roll. You really do. You got to settle that shit down. You got to enhance your calm, Durand. You're irritating the more experienced troopers with your eagerness. You really are. And that just leaves Custer, who... You know, the smart move here is to take the 95% chance disabling shot. That guy will not have a grenade. And I don't want any of my troopers getting flanked and hit by just a lucky critical that takes him down. So, I'd rather have somebody get shot by this sectoid piece of garbage. He's way less dangerous than that cat. 3 damage from a sectoid pistol is not really a problem. This guy may kill himself. Oh, nope. He somehow managed to find a way... Okay, don't. You panic. Brilliant. Just what we needed. No, the panic is fucking brilliant, sir. It's exactly what we needed out of you, Churchill. I mean, when the fucking Luftwaffe was bombing the holy shit out of your country, you didn't fucking panic then, but now you're gonna panic? Now you panic. Alright. Yep, I'm more than a little salty now. Somebody has to go save his dumbass. Otherwise, he's just gonna sit there and panic and get picked apart. Alright, lawsuit, take this, and we need this... Okay, thank you. That saves me a lot of effort, honestly. So, who's the person who might be able to go save that idiot? It's not Shirley Temple. St. Thomas More only... Alright, just take double 42s here. Well, one hit. That's a good shot from St. Thomas. He can't go back to back, so he's not going to make it 2 for 2. And St. Joan does have her run and gun on cooldown, which means... She's not going to have a lot to offer in this situation.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Let's see if the sweetheart can finish what she started. Another flank shot from the Sweetums. Get him, sweetheart. That was a good shot. 1 damage short of the promised land, though. Custer's got to reload. I mean, there's literally nothing for Custer to do. Durand can get a kill here, though.
I hope you thought this through.
Shut up, Annette. I never think anything through. That's sort of my bit. Not thinking about things is kind of my shtick. Why don't you blow this man up with a grenade?
I'm throwing this thing.
Yeah. There you go. Nice work. He's dead. And now St. Joan can run like hell to try and go save Idiot from himself because he's a panicky retard. I'm gonna get shot and panic again. Shameful. Shameful. Oh, suddenly you can see him now, Custer? You couldn't see him last turn. I mean, it didn't matter because you didn't have a bullet in your gun. But now you can suddenly see him? Yeah, I'm disappointed in you.
Excellent work. All objectives complete.
Yeah, it was excellent work, except for Thomas the panicky idiot fucking Edison. That's 2 missions in a row. 2 small UFO missions in a row. The only thing I've trusted Edison to do is a small... And both times, he's fallen victim to psi panic. We've just got to get... We've got to get him in for psychic training so we can start equipping him with a mind shield. That's the only defense for Edison. He is not going to be useful until we do that. Although we can't do that because now that I think about it, he's an officer.
Squad. That takes a solid effort.
Shut the fuck up, Bradford. There's nothing solid about this effort. We do have, finally, smoke grenades and dense smoke. So, well, we have smoke grenades, we don't have dense smoke. But surely Temple is slowly approaching acceptable levels as performing as a medic. So, artifacts recovered. I only care about how many weapon fragments I got, and 18 is not enough. 17 Illyrium, 18 weapon fragments, 26 meld. Could I trade meld for something at this point? I have 8 trillion that I literally have no use for at all. I mean, not even any. I can't do anything with it. Our meld is just sitting around. I could use it to quick build shit. That would probably be its most useful application, if I'm being perfectly frank. Also, Perfectly Frank should be like a spin-off of Always Sunny. Perfectly Frank, where it's just Danny DeVito. We'll sell off this damaged junk that we don't give a shit about. That's an extra irrelevant 240 credits. And it's also where I'm going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section, because likes are apparently what keep our troopers alive when they should be dead, because Thomas Edison is a fucking idiot. If you'd like to see more of Thomas Edison being a fucking idiot, you can always subscribe as well. We post new episodes of XCOM every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.